What's going on, guys? Welcome to a very special episode of Renegade Capes on the Renegade Pop Culture Podcast Network. My name is Mike. I'll be your host for this evening. Joining me to my left is Organoid Zero, Brock.
Yo.
And down below, we've got the Neoplasmic. How's it going?
Good. I am still Kiona.
As far as you are.
I have not been.
Yes, you are still Kiona.
Yeah.
And this...
I should have put that
This is a very special...
I still am.
This is a very special podcast because...
Yes, it is.
James Gunn and Peter Safran have finally unveiled part of the first chapter in their DC universe titled Gods and Monsters. Now, before we actually get into the slate, let's talk a little bit of how we got here. Brock, I'll start with you. Before Tuesday's announcement, what were you thinking in terms of like how Gunn and Safran were going to handle the DC properties moving forward?
I had a feeling that they were going to be that parent that throws out all the toys that the kids aren't playing with anymore, even though the kids insist that they're still playing with them. And they did that.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I get it. It's stuff that you like. I really like Ben Affleck as Batman. I really like Henry Cavill as Superman. Guess what?
Too.
We need to fucking start at a point zero. For the love of God. I don't care as long as we start something. Everyone wants to bitch that I wish we'd just finally stop it and start something. Oh, you didn't fucking start it the way that I liked it. Oh my God. Guess what? It's not going to be perfect. From the sounds of it, I still got to fucking put up with Ezra Miller as the Flash. I'm not happy, but it's happening. But...
Okay, about that.
Possibly.
I'll say my piece in a second, but first, Kiona, why don't you go ahead? Your
Well, look, as long as James Gunn goes in with the weird, I'm all good with it. Like, I mean, okay, so the Suicide Squad, right? Like, he brought the weird with that movie. I may not have been like 1,000% in love with it, but I still like, I respect the attempt, and I still like the fact that he brought in some weirdness, and he goes for esoteric, and he goes for like weird characters and oddballs and stuff like that, and I love that. So basically, James Gunn, what I'm telling you is Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton as Bruce Wayne, and also I need a Batgirls movie because I need to have Babs on the screen, I need to have Steph on the screen, and I need Cassandra on the screen, because we got to get that Bat family rolling.
Are you telling me they didn't nail it with Cassandra in...
Oh, yeah, no, we need a real, like, true adaptation of Cassandra, please. Not like a pickpocket. We need, like, the whole David Kane, I'm an assassin from birth, and I only know how to read body language and can't actually read anything else. And then we need her friendship with Stephanie Brown, because they both have villains for fathers. And Steph is like, well, my villain is a 2-bit Riddler clone, and Cassandra's like, well,
that's being generous.
Well,
I know.
Yeah. Well, my father is an assassin who didn't teach me how to read and only taught me how to do body language and how to kill people when I was like an infant. So, like.
So is it a friendship or is it a friendship? If you know what I mean.
Oh, it's a definite quote unquote friendship. You know what I mean? That is definitely my ship, one of my ships. And then we also need Nightwing. Like, dude, okay, I know. Outside of the Bat family, what we need is, okay, this is never gonna happen. Okay, this is never gonna happen. But what we need is like an adaptation of Peter David and Todd Knox Young Justice comic, like the OG.
Yes,
good luck.
I know that's never gonna happen, right? It's never gonna happen. One of the first villain that they faced was a woman who like got bigger boobs when she got like infected by an alien, and she was called the Mighty Endowed.
Yeah.
Amazing. Truly amazing.
Comics are weird.
Horrible. Comics are weird. But it was amazing. Anyway, that was supposed to be a kid's book, by the way. It was funny as fuck. And they also did the Thuggy Cult. That was great too.
Lord.
Anyway, I just hope that. Oh, go ahead, Mike.
I want to address a couple things that were in that whole
Please do.
press statement. First of all, regarding Ezra Miller and Zachary Levi, basically the old guard. I don't believe for one second that we're ever going to actually see them again after their movies are released.
Really?
However, the reason why they're not going to outright say that is because
multiverse.
Well, I was going to say bad publicity.
Oh, that too.
Because you remember when Ben Affleck was initially done playing Batman, but during the press junkets for Justice League,
I'm totally Batman.
Yeah, Warner Brothers is doing the same thing, but with Ezra Miller. And I get also from like a humanistic perspective that Safran's like, oh yeah, no, we totally support Ezra and his recovery, and we will approach this discussion when he's ready. What that actually means is we're gonna wait until June 16th before we make any formal announcement.
I hope.
I think you're definitely onto something there. I think with Zachary Levi, they could bring him back.
They could.
It just depends. It depends on if they, I think it's largely going to be dependent on how this next Shazam movie does.
Yeah. No, I agree.
It also
with
depends
that.
on just what they all want to do. Because again,
yeah,
they were full on multiverse. This just happens on that Earth, and now they want to have it all together, and they.
But here's a question.
Actually, that leads into the next point. We are officially entering the age of Elseworld. So outside of the main continuity, you will still have things like the Batman 2, which comes out October 2025 and is just called The Batman Part 2. And then in 2024, Todd Phillips is doing the Joker sequel, Folie à Deux, which should be interesting.
Idea.
So I like the fact that James Gunn is embracing more of like the comics verbiage by using words like Elseworlds. And acknowledging that he won't be in charge of every project, but he is telling a grand narrative.
He is telling a grand narrative, but I'm also waiting for the fact that there might come a report later going, we want to make a total universe, but also those movies are really successful, so we can't outright can them.
And that's where Elseworld comes in.
I know, but Elseworld starts turning into fans bitching that Robert Pattinson isn't meeting the new Batman because it's Elseworlds. And that is not a thing DC needs because they were just trying to get away from that.
Yeah.
I mean, fans are going to bitch about everything.
They are.
I know, but that's why I want a grand reset.
It's
one thing. And that's coming from a guy that loved the Batman.
It's already a bloodbath on Twitter.
Yes.
One more thing before we get to the actual slate. The one comment that really did kind of get under my skin, though, was what Safran had to say about the canceled Batgirl movie. Yeah, he called the movie unreleasable. Here's why I don't buy that. How is Batgirl unreleasable, but Sony can put out Morbius twice and it bombs twice?
And they're out that you can't put out a Batgirl
Morbin
movie.
time. You can't argue with the Morbin time.
So we're going to get to the hint of how dumb Sony is, and it also highlights with this Batgirl thing. We can't get a Barbara Gordon Batgirl movie.
No, we can't.
But on the other end of the pond, and this is coming from a guy who's a PlayStation fan, Sony's fucking dumb. They're making an El Muerto movie, or whatever he's called, starring Batman because they want Hispanic representation when you don't have a live-action version of Miles fucking Morales!
Yeah.
Who is black and Hispanic? You want representation? There's your gold mine. Sorry.
You're good.
I get it.
I hear you.
Gosh, it's so dumb. We can't get a solid slate of people who are like, I love how it's like, yeah, we need to make good decisions. What's the other team doing? I don't know. Like, Michael Keaton was really good as a Vulture. What if we just took him out of the MCU? What was that, Tim? No, you're done making decisions.
Well, it's the Jared Leto money, you know. It's all the Jared
because that's
Leto
working
money.
really well for Tron.
It's working really well for everybody.
Hmm.
I do have a couple of questions for you though, and one comment. Right. First of all, comment is I hope we get more Gal Gadot as Wonder Woman. Is that wrong of me to think that? I just want maybe one more. Let her finish a trilogy.
I actually agree with that. Like,
let her do one more.
I'm not gonna pretend like I've thought about Wonder Woman 84 all that much since I first saw it.
I don't think any of us have.
But I still
just the whole just parts of it just irk me.
Yeah,
I still maintain that it was like it had its heart in the right place. Just there are still
Gal Gadot's fault.
No, it wasn't her fault.
It was not her fault.
That movie made me scared of Kirsten Wiig. Do you know how hard that is to do?
Yeah, Kirsten Wiig. Yeah.
Gosh.
Yep. But okay, and the next thing is, okay, so do you think Jason Momoa was so happy coming out of that meeting and putting on the Instagram, the Instagram video and whatnot, and just screaming and being like all like, "Gee-hoo," like he was very happy. Now, is that because he's going to be Aquaman again? Or is that because he's got a bigger role upcoming? Or possibly a smaller but cooler role?
So one of the things that I can't remember if it was Gunn or Safran who said it, but one thing he's trying to maintain is that all of the actors in this universe will be playing the same characters across film, TV, and animation.
Yeah, did notice that.
He also said comics too at one point, and that made me want to split my head in half.
Which one?
But what he also kind of emphasizes that
he mentioned everything, including comics, and yes, because comics are continuity based.
Oh, right, yeah.
But anyway, go ahead, Mike.
Regarding Jason Momoa and the Lobo rumors, Gunn also said that it won't be the case where like one actor is playing like 7 different characters. But yeah, I have a feeling that Momoa is going to be Aquaman until he like physically can't.
I really want Lobo though. He would just be he would good as Lobo. Like that is perfect. I mean, somebody even said like there was even somebody on like one of the YouTube shows that said that maybe even Batman. I would not mind a Jason Momoa as Batman. I would not mind that.
You want to know who I want Jason Momoa to be?
Who?
Craven.
Oh,
Craven.
That would have been perfect.
That's interesting. That is very interesting.
Because
by the way, I was an owl there just now with the who's. Yeah, so Craven the Hunter. Okay.
When I think of a dark-skinned, like long hair main Jason Momoa in like animal skins, like hunting down Tom Holland.
That is badass. Yes. Yes. I would cheer him on though, honestly.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Just be like, sorry, Tommy, your time's up. You are about to be mounted on the mantle. I just don't know, man. I really want him to be Lobo, but okay.
But
Maybe
hey,
they're
if
not
he's only
going in that
playing one
direction.
character and they redo Aquaman after this and he just ends up being Lobo, I don't think anyone on Earth is going to be upset, including Jason Momoa.
No.
It's up to them.
That would be
all
so
I know,
amazing.
Yeah.
all I know is that he has some reason to be happy, and that
Yeah.
honestly just makes me happy.
That is
Yep.
true.
Yep.
Okay, and the last point that I want to raise is, do you think now, stepping aside from the whole we want Batman Beyond with Michael Keaton in it, do you think we'll see Michael Keaton again in the DCU?
If you did a Batman Beyond movie, yes.
That's
if
the
they
only. That's the
don't?
only way.
Outside of that, I don't really.
Okay.
This was the perfect time to bring him in.
It was.
Yeah.
I don't want there to be Michael Keaton in a Batman movie being a janitor, be like, oh, and he went that way, Bruce. I want him being Bruce Wayne if you're gonna.
Because the only other guy that I would have ever cast in that role is Conroy.
Yep.
Kevin Conroy. That is the only other person that I would have ever cast as like the elder statesman Bruce Wayne.
Same here.
That would have been.
And
perfect.
you know what?
Utterly perfect.
With James Gunn, there is a damn good chance that could have happened.
That could have happened.
Because Conroy is a theoretically trained, really good actor. He just really liked voice acting.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anybody who's read his story knows like that beautiful freaking story that he wrote about, that autobiographical comic book story that he wrote.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So let's break into this this chapter 1, Gods and Monsters. We're gonna start with the TV shows because I honestly find this the most fascinating.
And this is the stuff I was expecting to happen. Some that I haven't heard of, and he started off the slate with one.
Let's talk about Creature Commandos.
Yeah.
So this is an animated series that's 7 episodes. Gunn wrote the whole thing, and it focuses on a motley crew of military superhumans that includes the likes of Frankenstein's monster and Weasel, who we already saw in Suicide Squad.
Yep.
And the comment that Gunn had about animation is that this will lead into live action and back and forth. So
back into animation.
Cool.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
I like
That's a great approach.
You want to get more violent than able to be in live action? Throw that one in the animation.
Now here's what I wish. I wish, like, in terms of casting, they went with not like A-list celebrities, but I kind of wish they hired like good character actors, or like people like J.K. Simmons, who can comfortably slide back and forth between live action and animation.
Yes. He practically played a character that's very similar to that in Justice League Unlimited when he was the general guy.
Yeah, he was General Eiling, I think his name is.
General Eiling, yeah, and when he hulked out in that one episode, when he was fighting like the 7 soldiers.
Now I don't know much about the Creature Commandos, but I saw the concept art that Gunn included in the in his video, and if that's like the animation style that they're going for, then I'm all aboard.
Yeah, same. I'm so down for that. I want it to be like a dirtier, like a grimier version of the animation that they use in Vox Machina.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Like I so want it to be 2D though. I don't want it to be like crazy CG cell shaded stuff. Like I really want it to be like digital 2D with some with some 3D.
The only way I'd be okay with her doing 3D, and I doubt, and like they would need to really stretch to do it because it's the best version I ever saw. When we were watching through the Ava movies, and they made some of the Avas be 3D just to make it look creepier.
Yeah.
That I'm very okay with.
Otherwise, like, you get the same studio behind shows. Like, you either get like Titmouse, who's the company who does The Legend of Vox Machina, or Studio Mir, who did The Legend of
Mir.
Korra.
Mir would be great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I'm settling on Studio Mir being like the production house for the style.
They even worked with them on Super Sons, right? Like that was Mir, I think. Some of it was.
They also have worked with Warner Animation for like the Mortal Kombat movies and Young Justice. At least like the later
Young
seasons.
Justice, yeah. Mir's great. The work that they did on Korra was fantastic, I thought.
Yeah.
All right, Brock, what's next?
We have Waller.
I still haven't watched Peacemaker.
I haven't either, and this announcement has given me the push to do so. So
yeah,
Waller is they like in this article that I'm reading, they say that Waller is replacing Peacemaker, and that season
like
2
will kind of
it's kind of like how the Book of Boba Fett was like a placeholder for Mandalorian season 3.
Let's never speak of that again. No, I'm kidding.
So this is being run by Crystal Henry, who wrote the Watchmen HBO series, and Jeremy Carver, who created Doom Patrol.
Doom Patrol, another one I haven't watched. I haven't watched any of these. Oh my god. Okay, watch list.
I have only seen the first 2 seasons of Doom Patrol. Kind of fell off halfway through, but I love that show. And one other thing that's kind of cool about this entire slate is that Grant Morrison's name gets dropped a lot.
Yes.
It does, in parts where it matters the most.
Yep.
Can I just say how awesome it is that they're keeping Viola Davis?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy. She's perfect.
She is. She's fantastic.
She is perfect casting for Amanda Waller, other than Cece Pounder, who did the voice in JLU. But like, yeah, I mean, I would not have anybody else play the wall. But
man, there's some point. My favorite interaction with Amanda Waller ever is in JLU, where I can't remember who's sitting behind Waller, where she's like, "I've got the big guns here," and then like Superman and somebody else pop up behind Bruce. He's like, "Mine are bigger." It's the best.
Yours.
One of my favorite lines was in the epilogue episode. She's like, Bruce had his DNA all over Gotham.
All over Gotham.
Not
remotely what I meant.
Not remotely what I meant.
She was great. Oh man, that version of Waller was fantastic.
So good. Yo, dude, like, you want to know who this would never happen. Okay. But like kind of involve Andrea Romano at some point. If you want like an honest opinion of who you think who would be good with these characters. She might have a good opinion.
She might. She only casted every single character in the DC universe.
If there is any,
and nailed it every time.
And nailed it every time.
If there's any person who can get Andrea Romano out of retirement, it would be James Gunn.
That's true. Yeah.
I feel like
especially for like Creature Commandos, because that's animated. She could totally cast that.
Yeah, because it's just like they said they want to model how this is kind of done after Justice League Unlimited in one part of it. I was like,
oh, I know.
Don't tell me that if you're not going to actually do it.
Exactly.
Because I don't know about you guys, but Justice League and Justice League Unlimited are like
top tier.
You don't get past that as far as storytelling in DC, in my opinion.
Yep.
It's true. Those 2 shows are that's gold standard stuff.
How good they were.
Did you ever think you would ship Huntress and Question ever?
I didn't, but that's my favorite DC ship of all time.
That is my favorite DC ship.
So what are you wearing?
It's up there.
Purple suit, orange socks. You're really not good at this.
You're really not good at that.
good at this. And their definition of a date night was him hacking a computer and her kicking the shit out of some
No,
bugs. Next time I pick the
amazing.
date.
And I love, like, okay, first of all, that was Amy Acker playing Huntress, which, by the way,
Oh,
Amy Acker, my heart.
Perfect.
And she played it perfectly. And like, and there's that one scene where Superman is like, hold on, you know, when they're infiltrating Cadmus, and he goes and he just like kind of just drills into the ground or whatever. And he comes back and she's like, next time, go to the bathroom before we leave for a mission.
I had such a freaking huge crush on Huntress when I was younger watching that show. So good.
Oh man, that's
So
great.
good.
Yeah. We got to do like a JLU appreciation show one day when it's like their anniversary or something.
You don't gotta tell me twice.
Yes.
But
All right,
yeah.
what's next?
Superman Legacy.
Oh, we're gonna jump right to film then.
Oh,
Actually, before-
shoot. But
Oh, is that the?
before-
I'm sorry. That's just what it was in the order in my sheet that I got it off Vulture.
That's all right. The next TV series, which this is the first one that I have like the perfect cast for, Booster
yes.
Gold.
Yes.
So Booster Gold is pitched as, you know, Safran describes Booster Gold as a loser from the future who uses his basic future technology to come back to today to pretend to be a superhero. And then Gunn added that it's basically imposter syndrome, the superhero series.
Cast me. I'm kidding. I'm joking.
And if I got the chance to play
Lego
anyone and
Blonde.
just be a douchebag, I'd love to be Booster Gold.
Right?
But the casting choice that I think it would be absolutely perfect is Billy Magnuson.
Be good.
Yeah.
It would be
Yeah. I see it. I'm imagining it. I'm
It would be
seeing it.
good.
Like he has like the right energy to play like a a loser who wants to be perceived as like someone great. Now here's a question: Who voices Skeets?
Billy West.
All right, I could do
Billy
that.
West. Do it, you cowards, you bastiches. Yeah, I think you gotta have Skeets, and I also think you gotta have Ted Cord at some point. You have to have Ted Cord. How can they not have Ted Cord? Even if it's just like industrialist version of him. Like yeah, I would love that. I would love that so much. Is there any word on showrunner for that?
Let me
No, not yet.
see. Yeah, nothing yet. But
Nothing yet.
we have two more shows to talk about. One of them is Paradise Lost, which is basically Game of Thrones but set in Themyscira.
Themyscira, yeah.
And kind of like I kind of liken this to Krypton on the Sci-Fi Network.
Yeah, I see it.
Where it's like it's basically laying the groundwork for Wonder Woman, but without actually seeing Wonder Woman in the show.
And what I saw on here, they said that this is inspired to take place before the events of the Wonder Woman movies.
Which I could get behind.
Do you think that we do see like a Gal Gadot Wonder Woman cameo at some point? Maybe at the end?
I don't know.
Maybe
I have no idea.
Probably not Gal, but they might get like
he talked
young
about
girl.
bringing back Capalta and Robin Wright or Connie Nelson and
that
Robin
would
Wright,
be amazing, honestly.
Yeah,
I would love to
deal with
see
the
that.
origins of political players of the island. Oh no, sorry, that was a comment on that was a comment from the person.
Oh, that was
sorry,
a
that's
comment?
not official, but
Oh
yeah.
dang, that would be amazing though if they did. I mean, they could.
Yeah,
They-
but it
they-
does.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder, like, would you put, like, okay, obviously you're gonna have Artemis.
Mhm.
Obviously.
I'd love to have. Oh my god, the person I've always wanted to play Artemis is playing Cassie Lang. Ah, it's okay though.
Yeah, I just really want to see that show.
Mhm.
I just really want to see it. I think that could
Same.
be a very, very interesting, like, exploration of that whole society.
Yes.
And depending on who they get to like to helm this as a showrunner, this could be something really special.
Mhm.
And then the final TV series is Lanterns, which unlike
one that I
whatever
haven't
Greg
casted for.
unlike whatever Berlanti was doing, he was going for more space opera, where this is described as
True Detective.
like a true detective,
yeah.
mystery with Jon Stewart and Hal Jordan.
Mhm.
I hope he's only describing season 1 because
Yeah, I hope he's only describing the setup.
Because the best Green Lantern stories do not take place on Earth.
Mhm.
Unless he's talking about something like the Lantern Arrow sort of storyline that Denny O'Neil did and Neil Adams did,
hard traveling heroes.
Kind of like that kind of a thing. But I mean,
I feel like that might be like at least a loose inspiration.
Yeah, maybe to some degree. Okay, here's a question for you. Guy Gardner?
I want it to be Alan Ritchson.
Same.
Good.
You know how good of a douchebag he can play? Have any of
Perfect.
you guys seen Blue Mountain State? He's a perfect
he's-
douchebag.
He would be so good
And he's
as
got
Guy
the
Gardner,
guy
honestly.
head, the chiseled
Yes, he
like
does. Yes,
block
he does.
face. He has it.
Can you imagine him with the bowl cut and everything?
Oh god, I forgot about the bowl cut.
Oh yeah.
I remember the one of the first issues of Green Lantern that I ever picked up was the one with Hal punching Guy on the cover.
Mhm.
Just punching him out. And the Batman punched him. Everybody punched but Guy Gardner. That was a running gag.
Yep.
And this will never happen. Will never happen. But I'm just thinking about the banter that we had during season 1 of True Detective. And I want Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart to be played by Jensen Ackles and Idris Elba.
Perfect.
Ooh.
Utterly perfect. Jensen Ackles in anything is utterly perfect.
I just
Idris Elba in anything is utterly perfect.
You want a grizzled old war veteran that like has seen some shit and then is teaching the young kid Hal how to do stuff. You got Stacker Pentecost, for crying out loud. And then just Jensen being the young upstart, I'd be okay with that. I understand Jensen's like 40, but there's another role I also have Jensen for that I like a lot more. That is never going to happen 500 levels above this, but this one's 2% plausible. But yeah, it's one of those things where it's an HBO show. I could see it happening. And if it does good enough, like you said, they could be in the movies. Like,
I hate to bring it back to Justice League yet again, to the Justice League animated series yet again.
I think I know where you're going with this.
Do you remember the episode where Jon Stewart just was like, he was accused of destroying a planet? And the whole, like, the first half of that first part of it is just him walking around his old neighborhood.
Yep.
That was great.
Mm-hmm.
I love that stuff. Like,
yeah, me too.
The kind of like slice of life moments in these superhero stories.
Yeah. Yeah. It was really, really cool. It's just like him walking around his old neighborhood and stuff and just taking stock of everything that he's done, you know, because he felt guilty. He felt like he did it, but he really didn't.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, if they did, you know, that's the kind of Jon Stewart that I want. I want somebody who's a military veteran. He's seen some shit, and The Ring chooses him because he's such a, he's actually like a very forthright, great guy.
Mhm.
If they
And
want to
then-
go kind of younger for Jon Stewart,
Yeah.
I'm thinking either like John David Washington or Michael B.
Yes.
Jordan.
Ooh, I like it. I like it. I can kind of see John David Washington playing it, to be honest. Like, I could see him in that role very, very easily. And I think he's got that grit too. Not saying that Michael B. Jordan does not, because he does, obviously.
Mhm.
But like, I really see that for John David Washington. Yeah, that would be my fan casting.
Mhm.
I agree. What about Hal?
Hal's a bit tougher. I know.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys know Mike Kalinowski, but he has been lobbying to play Hal Jordan for like years.
What is
and this
his
would
name?
be Mike Kalinowski.
Okay, let me see.
Off to Google.
Oh.
He's a big DC fan. Has played in the movie Trivia Schmodown. And he's done like some bit parts.
Oh, I'm looking at this publicity shot of him, and yeah, he does look very much like Hal. I could see that.
Okay, who would you guys have play Kyle?
Tough. That's tough.
Joe Keery.
Why is that so perfect? Honestly?
I don't know.
That is pretty perfect.
Who is the lantern that would finally be the smart enough person to make Batman and Superman with his ring? That blew my mind. I was like, Hal's over here making giant hammers. He just made Superman. What are you guys doing?
Yep. That was that. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
Kyle's a tough one because I want someone younger, like in their like mid 20s or early 30s. And he's got to be someone who you believe is like an artist, someone who's like the most creative of the Lanterns.
Will Friedel.
Okay.
No.
No.
It's the hair. He also has to have good hair. That's
He
part
He
of
does
it.
have to have good hair.
It does.
Crap.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, if you really want to go, like, what about somebody to play Alan Scott, like the original Green Lantern?
Oh man. Okay. I don't think they'd ever do this because technically he's a Flash oldie. But I think John Wesley Shipp would do really good as Alan Scott.
He would do really good as Alan Scott. Yeah.
He's that old school dude that
Yes.
is just so perfect for that.
Yeah, he's perfect.
I was thinking maybe Victor Garber, if he wants to come back to like, if he wants to come back to like superhero stuff.
What about an out of left field one? What about Nathan Fillion?
He's the one everybody always wants to play Hal.
Have him play Alan.
Yeah, he's
good.
I mean, it but there's no telling if they're going to even go that deep into the roster of Green
You
Lanterns.
know,
But
I don't care what they do. You know, one thing that they need to do, bring
get him
back
in space.
strong as Sinestro.
Oh,
I would love that.
He was really freaking good in that movie.
He was good. He was good.
And the other best part about that movie, they can't bring back Michael Clark Duncan as Kilowog.
Oh, yeah. But you know what they could do? If they make
Kevin Michael
Kilowog.
Richardson.
Yes, but they could also do Dennis Haysbert again.
Good.
Because he was the voice on Justice League. I think he's perfect as Kilowog, honestly. Like, if they make Kilowog CG, which you have to,
well, yeah,
then just have Dennis Haysbert. Do the
Good.
voice. And say Poozer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he has to call Hal a Poozer at all times.
All times.
All right.
But
And
you're
with
right,
that,
though. You're right.
Yeah.
Michael Clark
and with
Duncan.
that, we move on to the film. And the only one that actually has a release date, aside from the Batman Part 2, Superman Legacy. So
I have no idea.
From everything. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't going to say anything. I have no idea. But you better be trying hard and banking good on whoever you're casting for this, because this guy's going to be under the biggest microscope.
Yeah, especially now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think from everything James Gunn and Peter Safran are saying about this movie, I think we're going to have, not that Man of Steel was not great in its own way, but I just think that this is the type of Superman movie that we need right now.
I agree. Now there are some like whispers that Gunn will direct the movie. I know he's writing the screenplay, but if he's not directing, the person that I've always thought would be perfect for the material ever
Scarlett
since I
Johansson.
saw
Absolutely.
The College Humor skit with Scarlett Johansson's agent is one of the funniest thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
That and the Nicolas Cage one.
Yes.
I say Nicolas Cage. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying Nicolas Cage right now. Tim Burton directs Nicolas Cage, Superman Legacy. Because it is
but anyway, the director who I think would be perfect for the material, short of like Steven Spielberg, because nobody's better than him.
Yes.
Paul King, who directed the 2 Paddington movies, I think he has the right approach to how Gunn is describing his take on Superman, where he's pretty much he said like he's kindness in a world that has forgotten what kindness is.
Kindness is old fashioned. And you know what? That is absolutely what the world is now.
It is.
Not to get all preachy, but I mean, look, I screwed up today. Like, I had a bad day where I screwed up. So I understand that, like, for me to be preaching about kindness is like bullshit. But like, no, seriously though, if you think about it, that is exactly what Superman should be. If it's a little old-fashioned, that's what we need right now, because the world has gone too new-fashioned, in my opinion. Like, we can't just all be out for ourselves. We can't just all be trying to influence each other, trying to be whatever, trying to invalidate everybody else's opinions, quote unquote. Like, Superman is the ideal. He should remind us of the ideal. Even when it comes to the so-called American ideal, he should remind us of what it meant. And he is that character. And if that's old-fashioned, if that's cliched, if that's like something that modern audiences aren't ready to feel or whatever, or deal with, then tough noogies, because that's who Superman is.
Well said.
And in this movie, I want to see Ma and Pa Kent interactions, like in the animated movie that I'm forgetting at the point, where Ma Kent asks Superman if he's sick, and Superman goes, "Mom, I'm Superman," and she goes, "And I am your mother."
Exactly.
Like, that is something that we don't get enough of. That under a lot of it, there's still regular people. One of my favorite parts of Spider-Man Homecoming is when you saw Spider-Man like giving an old woman directions in Queens. I loved that.
Yeah. There's not enough of that.
Please. I love stuff like that where you're like, they have a human moment. And like, even in Batman, like little parts where you actually explore parts that they don't do. I don't remember what the story is, but they were at an orphanage for some reason, and it's a famous thing that gets shared all around. The Justice League is taking care of the entire situation, and Batman is helping a small orphan girl like put a puzzle together. Like, just
I love that
stupid
stuff.
little things, character traits like that. We don't get them anywhere other than animated shows and comic books. Put them on screen.
Speaking of which, in the video that DC put out, like James Gunn basically alluded to Grant Morrison's All-Star Superman.
Yes, he did.
And while clearly he's aiming for a younger Clark Kent, the two stories that I hope are like sort of acting as the basis for this iteration are All-Star Superman, of course, and Superman for All Seasons. And really just so I can get more of Clark and Jonathan Kent just bonding over a beer, watching the sunset.
Have you guys? Okay, I not meaning to plug another podcast on our podcast, but have you guys been watching like the Talkville rewatch, the with the Michael Rosenbaum and Tom Welling, where they rewatch Smallville?
I haven't, but I've heard good things about that podcast.
It's great. It's so much fun. It's so much fun to see them like interact with the show, and they give pretty honest opinions. Like Rosenbaum will shit on the show sometimes, which is amazing.
I love that.
But like, I can't wait till he gets to the later seasons when he's not involved. He's gonna be like, "What? That's supposed to be me." Anyway,
Rosenbaum is one of the best moments in Justice League. Also,
yes, he does
when he controls the Flash and then unmasks him. I have no idea.
I have no idea who this is.
Him who
he's
plays Lex Luthor
as the Flash, playing Lex Luthor.
That's the meta shit I want.
It's amazing. So meta. I love that was done right after Identity Crisis came out, and that comic was all about like how they unmask the heroes, and they're like, "I know who this is," and then he goes in and he looks at the reflection, and he's like, "I have no idea who this is." That was amazing. I was like the commentary.
It's easily also, one of the best jokes.
I love his line reading of that one line where he goes like he grabs somebody and he's vibrating his fingers against the guy's head, and he goes, "Bring up this teleporter or I'll scramble your brain." I was just like, that is the funniest freaking one.
It's fantastic.
He's great.
Rosenbaum
is amazing.
Yes.
But yeah.
Who do you guys?
Let's get Michael Rosenbaum in the DCU. Why the fuck not? Let's throw him in there.
You'd be good. Who would you guys want? Like, who
Ted
do you
Kord.
want to play Clark?
This is tough.
I have legitimately nothing.
So
I have nothing at all. Because they want this dude to be young.
I don't know. I'm drawing a blank.
The only one I can think of right now, but I would honestly prefer if he was playing Nightwing, KJ Apa, who is Archie on Riverdale.
I think it would make a really good Nightwing. Yeah.
I like him better as Nightwing, but
yeah, me too.
I'm just kind of thinking like on Riverdale, he kind of has like a bit of a Clark Kent personality.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Archie, Clark Kent. Yeah, similar.
Yeah.
A little bit.
And plus, like the way Luke
I don't know about on Riverdale, but like in the comics.
Oh yeah.
I don't know about Riverdale so much.
Mm-hmm.
Riverdale is
it's a show. I hear it's a show that exists. That's a show that they made.
As far as who plays Clark, all I ask is that they nail the personality of Clark Kent. That like Superman is a hero, but he was raised like he may have been born a Kryptonian, but he was raised on Earth.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
I agree.
Well, that's why they're contrasting that with another Another superhero.
Yes.
All right, yeah, we'll get to the Authority in a second. But I want to jump to the other one now. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow. So yeah,
Intriguing.
I think this
Very
is actually a
intriguing.
very good idea. So
Yep.
for those who don't know, this is based on the comic written by Tom King and illustrated by Bilquis Evely.
Mhm.
It's an 8-issue kind of mini series that features a grizzled, hardened version of Kara Zor-El.
Because Tom King doesn't know how to do anything else. I'm kidding. Tom, I love Tom King's run actually on Batman. So, like, yeah, I think for the most part, I think that it kind of faltered in the second half, but for the most part, it was really good.
Yeah, I heard it's the middle where King's run kind of like dips, but then kind of picks back up for some of the later story arcs.
Yeah, not to pull away from Supergirl too much, but just in that run, there's that one amazing issue where he has, he's got Bruce just broken up with Selena, with Catwoman, right? Like they were gonna have the wedding and the whole deal, and then she left him at the altar. And he's just a mess emotionally, psychologically. He's more of a mess than he usually is. And goes and he brings in, I think it was Mr. Freeze, and he puts him on trial and argues against Batman as Bruce Wayne. Like he argues against him in court and says, why does Batman take out all his aggression on his enemies and stuff like that? Like he questions himself literally. And I just, or like figuratively. And it's one of the best psychological like readings of Batman I think that I've ever seen. And it's all just Bruce Wayne in a courtroom just talking. That was a really good comic. Anyway, Tom King is on the he's on the staff, right? Like he's part of the writers' room that they have.
Yeah, and that's something I wanted to address. Like before DC tried to be like director centric with with their old plan of the universe. Now I like that James Gunn is building a very strong writer's room.
It's almost like these stories matter. Crazy.
Yeah. And the other thing he said, and we kind of mentioned this earlier, story comes first, obviously, but none of these projects have release dates except for Superman Legacy because hey, the universe has to start sometime. And what he really is stressing is like, we are not going to announce any release dates until the movie is ready to go. And I love that. I love how he actually is adding in like a degree of quality control with his team.
Yes. So he says a couple of interesting quotes in one of the Variety reports, which is James Gunn saying, you can't be telling the same good guy, bad guy, giant thing in the sky, good guys win story again. You need to tell stories that are more morally complex, and you need to tell stories that don't just pretend to be different genres, but actually are different genres. And he also says it's not the Gunverse. What makes it so fun is to see stories that are completely different as the individual expression of the writers and the directors that are making those projects. So I think the way that he's approaching the filmmaking and the writing process here is it could lead us to very interesting and very complex stories. Like I like what he said about the moral complexity, because I think that that's something that's lacking on the Marvel side of things.
Yeah. I also like how
they like approach it, but they don't get there.
I also like how this feels the most like, at least like philosophically.
Yeah.
This is the most that any studio has like adapted like the storytelling approach of like the comics.
Yes.
Because there is a company-wide universe, but each like creative team, each writer and artist has their own story to tell. Like, sure, there's editorial mandates because of course there are, but even within those boundaries, they can still like be as creative as they want with where to take these characters.
You know who I would love to see write a Batgirls movie, like a movie?
Who?
Gail Simone.
Yes.
I would love to have her just come in and just write like a script for that, or a Birds of Prey movie, something, whatever.
Even if she's just like a consultant, like having her voice like influence those two franchises would be just perfect.
And bring in Grant Morrison while you're at it. Like,
yeah,
I would really consider that.
I guarantee at some point we will hear an announcement of like Grant Morrison tapped as an executive producer on, I don't know,
Creature
The Metal Men
Commandos,
or something.
Seven Soldiers.
Ooh, I would love Seven Soldiers Victory.
Imagine if he did imagine if he did that. I think that would be really neat. They're willing to go that deep. That's the thing that I like about what Gunn is saying here, is that even though it's only the first slate, I feel like he's willing to go deeper into the annals of DC, like he's willing to get like these lesser known characters and bring them to the forefront, like Booster Gold. I'm sure, being that everybody was excited about Lobo, I'm sure that he's got something in mind for Lobo. And if you get Keith Giffen to be involved with that, I will love you forever, James Gunn.
Now, before we get too far away from it,
and Peter Safran,
who would you cast as Supergirl, assuming that the person who's playing her in The Flash, Sasha Calle, is not coming back? Because I have some ideas swirling around.
If they're not, it's the person who I wanted to be Captain Marvel, and if she's not Supergirl, I would like her to be Black Canary, Natalie Dormer.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh, I love that. I love it. Because you could even do like the more recent Black Canary storyline with her, where she's like she's like a punk rocker chick. Like, like she's like a punk rocker, excuse me. That would be that would be incredible. Natalie Dormer.
And it's like,
that's great.
I want like, because I don't think they're gonna pull over the Birds of Prey crew as much as I did like them. I can see if they're going to give us an actual honest to God Ollie and Dinah relationship, I would like one half of that to be Natalie Dormer, because I think she could easily pull off the older, like the actual seasoned, like older old school couple that I want those two to be. I can see that.
Yeah.
But I would be very okay with her being Supergirl as well, because she can play it older. A lot of people don't think it, and I don't realize it. I forget every time. She's 40. Go look it.
Well, thank you for another one for the 40 brigade over here. But like, I mean, yeah, you know what? She does not look 40.
No, she looks like 25.
Yeah, she really looks young.
She's got that magic goat milk that her and Keanu Reeves drink.
Yep. Two actresses that I was thinking for if they were trying to go with like a young Kara Zor-El, Madison Eisman, who was in the two recent Jumanji movies, and Sydney Sweeney, who most people would know her from Euphoria.
Oh yeah.
I was also thinking like Catherine McNamara, who was Mia Smoke in the later seasons of Arrow.
I'd be okay with that. That'd be really typecast, and I'd be okay with her being Artemis.
Oh yeah. No, I see that.
Yeah. Oh man. I was so pissed they canceled that show. CW is falling apart.
They are falling apart. My God, did you guys see the Gotham Knights thing?
Oh, did you hear the
Oh.
CW gutted its entire development
Yeah,
department?
yeah.
They're done.
They're done.
They rode so high or so
Okay.
mediocrity middle for so long.
So do you think that Tom King is going to be writing the Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow
Yes.
movie? Okay. Or do we know it's
if not,
somebody else?
if I think he'll probably have like a co-screenwriter, but
Right.
he is at least going to pen the story.
Yeah. I'm sure that he will. I think it's going to be really interesting. And isn't it a Black Label book? Isn't it what
It is.
it's part of the Black Label series, right? Of books. Yeah, I mean that's why I find the idea behind it so intriguing.
I think the reason why they want to go in this direction is they really want to distance Kara Zor-El from the television version.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Because I think they're trying to stress the fact that like Kara and Clark are not the same character.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of the best way to make that like abundantly clear.
Yeah, I agree.
Now speaking of not Clark Kent, since James Gunn loves his deep cuts, this one threw me for a loop. We're getting the Authority.
We're getting the Authority, man. Wow. I can't say I ever read the comics. I can't say they ever did, but
yeah, I haven't read
heard about
like
it.
I haven't read any like any specific run. I'm just kind of aware of them just through like cultural osmosis. So according to this article, the Authority will be directly tied with Superman Legacy, but it focuses on a very different group of superheroes.
Yeah.
And before DC purchased Wildstorm, the Authority was basically Warren Ellis's like commentary on the Justice. Yeah.
As Ellis would often do.
Wait,
I have no idea who to cast like as the entire team, but
I do not know.
I hope they don't straight wash Midnighter and Apollo.
Oh yeah, please don't.
Like
I don't think they will. I think that's one thing. I think that's one of the main reasons James Gunn's doing it.
Good.
I think that'll be a good, not like throwing in your face kind of way of doing it. You can get this interesting group plus actually have some variance.
So obviously this is a way for them to tee up Justice League, right? Like the Authority is going to be like the guys that are sent in to do like, wet work essentially. And that's gonna cause either a multiversal or global cataclysm of some kind, and then the Justice League is gonna come in to fix the issue.
That would actually be pretty interesting. Because I'm still kind of what I think is kind of blown away by the fact that we're getting the Authority like in like the mainstream DC universe.
You know what I think this is? I think this is their version of the Crime Syndicate.
Yeah, I think so.
Because this is like the Authority is basically all they're like Justice League analogs, similar if not, But instead of doing Crime Syndicate, where you have to introduce like Owlman and Power Woman and like Superwoman and all that stuff, and Power Man, like you could just go in there and just have the Authority and Midnighter, Batman. Like it's that to me seems like either a multiversal thing or possibly like a global catastrophe kind of a thing. And then Waller, maybe sets up the Justice League or something to fight them.
Now here's a question. Do you think in this universe the Authority is Do you think the Authority is kind of like acting as a placeholder for the Elite?
Maybe.
From that because there already was like a comic from a couple years ago called Superman and versus, it's either Superman versus the Authority or just Superman and the Authority.
Maybe.
I mostly just think this is fascinating that this project is directly following Superman Legacy, which means they're definitely taking some huge swings with this project.
Swift is basically Hot Girl. Jack Hawksmoor psychically bonded to cities in order to communicate with them and receive powers from them. That's an interesting one. Jenny Sparks, a British woman who could generate and turn into electricity. Apollo. Midnighter.
Now, do you think we'll ever see the other Wildstorm characters like Stormwatch or Wildcats?
Oh, but I want to see Grifter on screen.
I want to see Grifter.
Same.
And I definitely want to see, like, oh yeah, they could do a Wildcats movie for sure.
James Gunn is the only person on the planet that would do a Wildcat movie.
That's the thing, though. Like he's it's interesting because he has that deep knowledge and he's willing to do it. Like he will definitely take the plunge on that sort of thing.
And this is why I love the combined efforts of Gunn and Safran.
Yeah.
Safran is like the suit and tie. He's like the suit and tie business guy, where Gunn can Gunn has like the knowledge and the passion to be like, hey, these kooky characters are fun and interesting. Let's do that.
And with Elseworlds, like they could actually legitimately do a Batman Beyond movie because that could just be an Elseworlds.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. I really can't think of anybody that I would cast in the Authority off the top of my head, but in terms of what if Waller's behind them?
That's what I was thinking.
Because that would make sense, right? She's got Task Force X, but what if she needs a more powerful team?
Maybe.
And what if it's not the Justice League operating in response to the Authority, but the Authority operating in response to the Justice League instead?
Could be.
That makes things a lot more interesting.
Because you could do that whole Civil War kind of a thing, but actually have a Civil War.
Good.
See,
these are the kind of story possibilities that that we can legitimately hope for.
Here's a question that's sort of that is only semi-related to the Authority. It's actually not related at all. What about Margot Robbie returning as Harley?
Maybe.
Yeah, probably.
I think that's very likely considering that she was in the Suicide Squad.
Yeah,
and I think she wants to do it.
As long as she can remain a producer, her job security is pretty tight.
Yeah.
Now moving on to honestly the best news for Batman fans.
Yes.
Brave and the Bold. And again, I have to reemphasize Grant Morrison is probably a name that more non-comic readers should be familiar with, because this from what it sounds like, this version of Batman is very inspired by the Grant Morrison run of Batman.
Yeah, very much.
And this movie specifically sounds like it's an adaptation of Batman and Son, where we
Yes.
meet Damian Wayne for the first time.
Yep.
Now, I
Great
do
read.
not have a casting for Damian yet because A, I don't know when this will be released, and B, I cannot think of an actor who is mixed race, because we are not going to repeat the mistakes of Batman Begins.
I don't understand what you're talking about. No one complained about it somehow. No one. I don't know how, but no one complained about it. It blows my mind that was not a big deal.
It was a
Right?
simpler time. And you know what the thing of it was?
Irish McIrishton is playing Ra's al Ghul.
And you know what the thing of it was that Ken Watanabe would have made a badass Ra's.
He would have.
I mean, like, if he had been allowed to actually play the character, like, he would have made a badass version of that character. And you still could have had Liam Neeson in there, you know, as Henri Ducald.
It's so weird. It's so weird. That is such a time. That is such a weird time frame.
He was
for
great,
casting
though. I
choices.
mean, like,
He was
I liked
awesome.
Liam in that, but he was
he's
great. But the
fantastic.
thing of it is that, yeah, you know, yeah.
What good are all those push-ups if you can't lift a bloody log? I love that movie.
Michael Caine as Ra's al Ghul.
I love that movie so damn much. Oh, I love it.
Now, here's a question
Tell
about
them that
Damian.
joke, you know.
Do you think they'll age him up for the purposes of the film? Because I know what a lot of like more fair weather Batman fans will say, like Batman shouldn't bring a 9-year-old out on the battlefield.
It's Damian Wayne. He's trained to kill you like 300 times before you hit the ground.
We need to have this thing where all those people, I don't fucking care anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I don't.
Yeah.
I fucking don't care anymore.
It's a comic book movie.
It's a comic book movie. Exactly. Even when it's realistic, if you're going to be okay with some of the stupid shit that we let through, and you can't believe that an orphan can be taught to fight using acrobatic just because they're not, and they make specifics like Nightwing has a Christmas sticks because he's not as good of a fighter as Batman. They make reasons why they have the things they have and why they need to do the things they could do. If we're at Damian and they're going to acknowledge we've gotten to the point of Damian, and they're not going to just be like, the only Robin is Damian, that means that we have 6 other characters that could be fully developed. They could just dump into a movie at some point.
Yep.
They're all the way through Steph, Cassie, Jason, Dick. They're through everybody.
They're through everybody if they got to Damian. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Tim is there. Everybody's there.
Exactly. You could have Lucas Fox in there for all I care. You could have everyone. You could throw in Blue Jay. Get out of the continuity. I don't care. Get them all in there.
Blue Jay. Oh my gosh. You're right.
It'd be amazing.
Right. Duke Thomas, the Signal.
Yeah, anyone. I don't care. Get them all in there. Have Batman Incorporated going by this point.
Oh,
I'm okay
dude.
with that.
This is where it's heading. It's heading to Batman Incorporated. That's what I think. I think Brave and the Bold is a lead into Batman Inc.
I'd be so happy. You could just be okay with, I need to have a point where you can have, in all of these Marvel movies, every one of them has like 6 to 7 friends that show up in every movie. Not all of them are superheroes. I need to have a damn film where I can fully watch the entire Batman family make a group of hardened murderers and criminals look like they have the fighting skill of teenage girls. I need to see them whoop 100 people in a fight.
Yes.
I'm sick of doing it in video games. I want to see it in live action.
Yes.
That warehouse fight times 1 billion.
Yes.
I need to see it.
Now here's the other question. I'm not going to ask for casting for the rest of the Bat family yet. because again, I don't think we're ready for that conversation. But do you think we're gonna get like the entire Bat family in this first movie?
Not in this first movie, but I bet
I don't
you
think the
might get
entire.
a couple of phone calls or text messages from a Todd or Grayson.
Yes. Yeah. But that's my hope. See, this announcement actually gives me so much hope because this is the perfect thing to do now. We have the dark, gritty Batman. We have that. We've had it for many, many years, as a matter of fact. Like many, many interpretations of the dark and gritty Batman, who's a loner, who's psychologically very like scattered and very like, like shattered. Like, I want the Bat family. I want that so badly because they are the characters that humanize Bruce.
Mhm.
They humanize him.
Mhm.
And it's like, and all this
Batman
stuff.
needs a Robin.
Mhm.
Exactly. And like all this stuff that they have said about Bruce is the mask, Batman is the real person.
Mhm.
Read Bruce Wayne Murderer and Bruce Wayne Fugitive. Read that
Yes.
shit because that storyline deconstructs the hell out of that idea. Because if he was Batman all the time, he would just be angry vigilante man running around just, which he is anyway. But like, but I mean, like, it would be to all-star Batman levels of like, I'm the goddamn Batman. Like, it's just
I don't think it
weird.
goes that far, but for me though,
No.
in every version of that story, Bruce would rather be Batman than Bruce.
Yes, he would. But the thing of it
'Cause I
is
still
that
want the versions of like in the Christian Bale movies when he's literally asleep at a meeting.
right.
Like,
I
I
love
want
that. I
stuff
love
like
that. That
that.
was awesome. But what I'm saying is that in Murderer Fugitive, it shows you just what he would do. He would push people away. He would just go full on into this mode of like, I'm just here to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum. Like, it would just be, it's so ridiculous. And like, he needs the grounding element of Bruce Wayne in his life, whether he realizes it or not, because that is who he ultimately is at his core, even though he's wounded and he's damaged and he's psychologically like he's a mess. And that's where Batman comes in. But Batman, as much as it is the real him, Bruce Wayne grounds that and gives him his humanity. And that's the thing that every other like a lot of interpretations miss that, I feel.
In my opinion, there are 3 different layers to Bruce.
Yeah.
On the surface, people who don't know he's Batman just think of Bruce Wayne as like
An
the
idiot.
billionaire playboy philanthropist.
Yeah, he's an idiot.
People who see Batman like on the job see Batman like he is like the terror. He is the night.
Yeah.
And then underneath that is the real Bruce Wayne, the one who's pretty much like in Arrested Development post the death of the Waynes.
You know who you could bring in this version of it too? Leslie Tompkins.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a casting for Tompkins? Because I have a couple ideas.
You know who I think could play it, but she's probably wouldn't do it?
Who?
Jamie Lee Curtis.
That was one that I was thinking.
Yeah.
Good.
Or maybe, if you really wanted to go meta, Michelle Pfeiffer.
Ooh.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Should have it be
Kim
Andrea
Basinger.
Romano.
I'm just saying. It's all just recast, but no, I mean, I mean it though. Like, they're really good, and they could honestly play that. I feel like they could.
I'm trying to think. There are a couple different choices. Sally Field could be one.
Sally
I was
Field.
really good when they had Marina Baccarin doing it. No.
Yep.
Did I say that wrong? Oh, I always get her and the chick that played Talia's names confused. Did I say the right one? Oh man, she played her in Gotham. Marina Baccarin, right? No.
No, you're right.
She was in Gotham. Yeah, I think
Okay,
that was.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Because I sometimes get her name confused with the girl that played Talia in The Dark Knight Rises.
Oh, I know who you're talking about.
Marion
Cotillard.
Cotillard. Yeah, sometimes I get those confused. But
no, that would be a really good choice too.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah, just rip that clean out. Like I had a couple of just stuff that I want to see because like I want just Gotham to be alive. I want to have all these characters that you don't see unless you're in freaking animated movies. Like for the love of God, I want Harvey Bullock and I want him to be played by John Goodman.
Ooh, yeah.
Perfect.
And like everyone wanted this person to play Lex Luthor. I want Bryan Cranston to be fucking Jim Gordon.
Please.
Yeah.
Yes, and thank you.
And it's just all this stuff. Like the guy who I want to play Batman because he's always wanted to play Batman and he's only ever gotten to do it in an animated role and it would never happen, but he could pull it off because he is older. Jensen Ackles is 44. That was my hit one, but that'll never happen. If you want the older Batman,
Ackles, yes,
that at this point has been through some Robins and is finding out that he has a kid, I'd be very okay with Carl Urban.
I would be very okay with that too.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because I could see the most just breaking Batman to not want to put up with the kid that he just found out that he has.
And you would, you would not need a voice modulator for that guy.
No,
he played Dredd. He
Dredd.
could do
Have you
the
seen
Batman
his
voice.
jaw? Put that man in a cowl.
Put that man in a cowl.
Yep.
For God's sake.
And yeah, I want these so bad. It's just like God.
Now as for villains, give me everyone who either has not been in live action or has been thought of as too silly. So like Mad Hatter, Professor Pig, who could show up in the Reeves first, but
shit. I would almost bet my house that Mr. Pig's gonna end up in a Reeves film.
Clayface.
Oh yes.
Clayface would be good. Clayface should be played by John Hamm as Basil Carlo.
Yes. Yes.
Ventriloquist.
Ventriloquist would be very interesting.
The Creeper.
I'd be okay with that.
Amazing.
I'd be okay with that. Is it the Creeper? What was his name that becomes the Creeper?
Jack Ryder.
Jack Ryder. That's who it was. Yes.
You know what was amazing? You remember that Batman animated series episode with the Creeper where he was just hitting on Harley Quinn the whole time?
Yep. And he's voiced by Jeff Bennett. That
was brilliant.
Perfect.
I wouldn't mind just because if they went for the slick back hairstyle and you actually got to see him play a creepy character. I don't know why it just popped into my head, but I wouldn't mind seeing Ryan Gosling as the Joker. That'd be an out of left field one. And
That's
I don't want
crazy. I like
it. Like the one everyone thinks of as Willem Dafoe because he'd be really fucking good at it. That's who should be the Creeper. Willem Dafoe.
I could see that.
What about Jake Gyllenhaal as either Joker, Creeper?
Jake Gyllenhaal's another one I wouldn't mind being Batman.
Yeah, honestly, he could definitely pull off Batman.
Yeah.
I love the Jensen or Carl Urban, though. I think Carl Urban deserves it.
He is.
Jensen would be really good.
He would, and I would just if they're gonna take chances with people, Jensen could be a movie star. He can be,
of course.
I want there to get to a point where one of my favorite things that they ever did was have Damian be Robin and have Dick be Batman. Because it brings out points where you get a scene where Dick is finally fully Batman, and I don't remember what gets him there. But he gets to this dock and he just, without even breaking a sweat, kicks the shit out of like 70 people. And Jim Gordon catches him on a security camera smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And then he goes up to him. He's like, I know you're not him. Whoever you are, that's got to stop. Because they're going to know you're not him.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, there's points where I'm like, stuff like that can get really good.
Everybody remember when Jim Gordon was Batman for a while and he had like the mecha suit?
Yeah.
That was
weird.
Different.
That was weird. I'm just saying. Okay. Anyway,
he had like rabbit ears.
Yes, he did.
Oh,
yes,
God.
he did. They were doing the mecha thing. I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah.
But like, there have been so many different Batmans. Even like people don't even know. So Jensen Ackles, I know he's done the voice of Batman. He has.
Yeah, he just got to do it in The Long Halloween.
Exactly. And he's
Red Hood.
And he's also done Red Hood.
Yeah.
What if you cast him as Nightwing?
I think he's too old to play Nightwing. At least
to me,
as I envision him.
To the one thing that as much as he is a jokester in real life, I see him. I don't know if I see him being lighthearted enough to be certain parts of Dick Grayson's personality. That's just me. Man, if he was a bigger star, I could see Will Friedle playing this shit.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
he's got to be Terry.
If it was like,
by the time they do that, he's gonna be 50.
I know, right? He's gonna be Bruce Wayne.
He's gonna be old Bruce Wayne. Yeah, exactly. Can you fucking imagine if he played old Bruce Wayne to the?
That would be amazing. Honestly, that would be my second choice after Michael Keaton.
If we're talking about Terry McGinnis, I think someone who would be perfect is Ryan Potter. He played Beast Boy in Titans.
Okay.
Early in the early stages of the DCU, Ryan Potter put out this like audition tape to play like Robin, and he pulled out the Tim Drake quote, "Batman needs a Robin."
Mm-hmm.
So,
now, speaking of Tim, who would you cast as Tim Drake?
Asa Butterfield. He was the one kid for so long. They were like, he's gotta be him, and he's gotta play one of them. And now he's anyone. Drum roll. How old do you think he is now? Because I have no idea.
Oh my God, what is he?
I'm gonna say like 32.
Maybe.
I
feel like he's a baby.
Shut the hell up. He's still only 25?
Yeah, I believe it.
Damn.
Yeah.
God. How?
He can play Tim.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't
know enough young actors.
I don't know either.
Wait, hold on. How old is he? How old is he? Taron Egerton should play Red Hood.
I can see that.
I dig it.
I can see that. Unless they grab him to play Wolverine. I don't know.
I like him. I don't like him as Wolverine though.
Oh man. So who would you get to play? Oh, okay, if we were to fan cast Cassandra Cain, who would you get to play her? Like another, like the more comic book accurate.
Karen Fukuhara if she was younger.
Yeah, I see that.
She'd be so perfect.
Perfect.
No, what's her name? She was in the latest Matrix movie. Jessica Henwick.
I like that. I have one more.
Okay, go.
Hold on. Let me find her.
Right? Am I not confusing her?
No, you're thinking Jessica Henwick.
Right.
You're
okay,
right.
Gotcha.
Actually, no. Yeah, Jessica Henwick or Karen Fukuhara would be perfect.
We have to age her up.
Okay. Stephanie Brown.
Zoe Deutsch.
Good choice.
Zoe Deutch.
Good choice. Good choice.
Don't know enough. Oh, she popped in my head, but she wouldn't work.
Oh man, everybody that I know is like older though.
That's the point. That's what makes it so hard.
Like
there's going to be a lot of no-name actors that are going to get big chances as these young characters if they do them.
Okay, not to humble brag and not to name drop here, but when I saw Rose McIver from iZombie in Hawaii at one of the conventions, I told her like she should look into playing Stephanie Brown. This is 4 years ago.
That's a good one.
Because she's got the look, but like. I also think like what's her name from The 100? Eliza Taylor.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, but again, the thing of it is that they're all like
It's like you have to nail them, and you have to start making these movies now.
Yeah, you got to really be.
I think this is why when we were kind of discussing this off camera that. It's perfectly okay if they default to like let's cast an unknown.
Yeah, let's cast
because
I'm fine with that. Like we got Tom Holland as Spider-Man for crying out loud.
That's right.
Let people audition. Last casting call before we move on because we still have a couple other things to talk about. Kate Kane. Who are we thinking?
Oh, what?
And remember, she doesn't have to. And remember, she doesn't have to be a natural ginger.
I know, but her name just escaped me. Jessica Chastain.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really yes.
It'd be the best. It would be the best comic book role she ever had.
Nice.
We're just gonna forget that other fucking.
Are you kidding? Are you kidding me with that? Because let me tell you, playing an alien named Vuk is probably my best comic book role in my life that I'll ever have.
Beat my head on a wall. My God,
that was really
what a waste.
Anyway, what a waste.
What a waste.
All right, we spent more than enough time on this one.
And I'm gonna say, okay, wait, one more thing. If they do Babs, if they do a live action version of Babs, bring back Leslie Grace. That's all I'll say.
Yes, they owe her that much.
They owe her that.
The only other one I would be okay with is Anna Kendrick. That is the only other one I would be okay with.
Fair, that's fair.
If they don't get her, I want her to be back because she got screwed. But if they recast, I want to get Anna.
Yeah.
Okay, so one more on the slate, and then there's a couple titles that have not been announced yet that I am hoping for. So the last one officially on the slate is Swamp Thing. And I love how this was described. Swamp Thing is going to investigate the dark origins of the Swamp Thing as part of Gunn and Safran's, plan to explore all different genres. And this is the first one that's like going to be a horror film. And one thing that's kind of interesting is either the day of or the day after this announcement, James Mangold posted a random panel of Swamp Thing. And while he's not officially attached to this project, he definitely seems interested.
He seems interested, but I know this is typecasting. For the love of God, get Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah.
You cannot have a better project for him to do other than a third Hellboy movie.
Nothing would make me happier.
For real.
For real.
Nothing would make me happier than to have Del Toro directing a movie that's pretty much 1 degree removed from his Justice League Dark project that sadly never saw the light of day.
Saw where I was going with this.
Yep.
Yep,
Man got robbed.
he did.
I take that back. Ryan Gosling should play John Constantine.
But he's not British.
He's not British. But I'm going to be honest, we have a lot of British people playing Americans that aren't American.
This is true. This is true. Man, I would just like to see Matt Ryan come back in that role because I love him in that role. Even though maybe
Same.
Legends kind of messed that up, but
Mhm.
well, I mean, heck, what are they gonna do? Like a Keanu Reeves thing?
There was
Would they revive that version?
There's been talks. I don't know. Like that could be an Elseworld. You know
That
what?
could be an Elseworlds version. Yeah.
The Constantine sequel can be a DC Elseworlds, but in the main continuity, you can have an actual British John Constantine.
Yeah.
I got it. Jason Statham. No! The guy who played Bricktop in Snatch.
Actually,
Here-
speaking of Statham, if the main villain in Brave and the Bold is Deathstroke, and and if Ben Affleck wants to come back to direct Brave and the Bold, they can use his script for the Batman. Play around with a couple story beats, and basically do a live action adaptation of Son of Batman.
I am blanking on the name of the actor that played Flash Thompson in the Raimi Spider-Man and then played
John
Deathstroke.
Oh, Joe Manganiello.
I want him to come back.
I
was
so want
pissed
him to
that
come
didn't
back.
happen.
Same.
That was
He
perfect.
got robbed of
Perfect.
such a perfect role.
Mhm.
That was perfect.
And
casting.
imagine him and Ben Affleck beating the shit out of each other.
That would have been.
What we could have.
If you're gonna make me believe someone can take down Ben Affleck when he was in Batman shape, that was him.
That was the guy. So robbed.
So robbed. And then we could bring back Jesse Eisenberg's lines.
The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming.
I just need to see him stick a Jolly Rancher in someone else's mouth and somehow have it considered to be not sexual.
Good Lord.
Wow.
Anyone else feel
love that
awkward in the
movie, but-
theater? I did.
I sure did, but yeah, that was a that's not how I take my Jolly Ranchers.
I'm not evil.
sir.
Here, have this. I'm a normal person. You can trust me. Yes,
I love that
Hannibal.
movie, but that was.
I know that there were some interesting choices. I always wanted to turn this painting upside down. You see, villains don't come from underneath us. No, they come from the sky.
The worst part about that is actually a good line that was not delivered great.
Yeah, I know. Like, it could have been really good. There were a lot of lines in that movie that could have been pretty amazing, and then they turned out to not be.
But
Go ahead. Yeah. Okay. Anyway,
So who? Okay, I don't even. Other than you'd be like, it's Andy Serkis. Who do you want to play Swamp Thing?
oh my gosh.
So many great choices.
What's his name? Oh, he has like 900 IMDb credits. Frank Welker.
Yes,
Ooh.
Megatron.
Yes, do it. I have to.
You know
I
who
was
could
gonna say-
also do it? Actually, you know who could also do that?
Doug
kind of-
Jones.
because he did the Predator. Peter Cullen,
Peter.
Frank Welker's counterpart.
He did the Predator.
He was the voice of the Predator.
I did not know that.
All that stuff at the end where he's laughing and everything, the Predator's laughing. That's Peter Cullen. That's Optimus Prime.
How is
I'm
Frank
just
Welker
saying.
how is Frank Welker only 76?
How is he only 76? That's crazy.
And how can he still perfectly do the voice of Fred?
Right? Like, yeah.
Drew drinks like Egyptian dipped honey like every day to keep that voice going.
Does not. Yeah, he does not.
I joked and said he had 900 IMDb credits.
He literally
has
does.
896.
Yep. I
You're
believe
not
it.
far.
He's
As
Scooby-Doo.
of Velma.
Oh, God, man.
So who do we cast as Alec Holland? Because I really like the actor who played him on the Swamp Thing TV show, which
That lasted one episode.
I'm still
They
sad.
canceled it.
That was so
that was
dumb.
What?
And
Why
Andy
did you
Andy Bean.
Wasn't it some we didn't file our taxes correctly in Georgia? Go fuck yourself. You didn't file your There was I wanted to kick a hole in the
they
TV
screwed
when they
everybody on that one.
Oh,
They
They
did.
screwed everybody on that one.
Like even more so than the cancellation of Firefly. This is the one where it's like there's no reason this should have been canceled other than
I agree.
I don't know. Maybe they spent too much money on the production, but the BS reasons that they gave for why this had to end is like, come on.
I hate that we got screwed out of that, and we got screwed out of seeing a Batgirl movie. Like
that had Brendan Fraser as Firefly.
they need to own up to this shit and literally give it to us. Like give those actors and those directors and everything, like give them a fair shot then. Because seriously, if that's the kind of stuff that you're gonna pull, like I don't know. I still disagree with it. I don't care. They could say it's unreleasable until they're blue in the face. Because
we have seen so many bad superhero movies that that excuse does not fly.
Wait, are you
in a
trying
world
to tell me that the Academy Award winning films such as Steel and Jonah Hex
Thank you. I was gonna say Steel.
okay to release?
Getting back to the Swamp Thing movie, one thing I hope comes out of like this project is a direct link to Justice League Dark, or maybe they don't even want to use the Justice League brand at all. Maybe they want to call this like
The League of Justice. Someone in a boardroom, we can't use Justice League. I got it.
What about Dark Universe? Oh, wait.
The Group of Honor. Oh, God. I got it. We'll be the Avengers. Wait, sorry.
We'll be the Revengers. Wait, that's also... Defenders?
Anyway,
nope, that's taken.
If Swamp Thing leads to things like the Trenchcoat Brigade or
Etrigan.
Oh,
that's who Frank Welker should voice.
Yes.
Zatanna.
Yes. So
get Paul Dini to write that, you bastiches.
Yes. All right, so we'll end on this because there's a couple things. One, James Gunn said that this isn't even everything on the DC slate in chapter 1.
Right. He hasn't announced Snowflame yet.
No, he hasn't.
You chuckle if anyone, and I mean anyone
would ever do it,
is going to introduce Snowflame, even as a joke. I guarantee you it is on a joke if I could get away with it file right now in James Gunn's computer.
Oh, absolutely.
For those of you that don't know what Snowflame is, I'm not going to tell you, but if you could guess it by the time we're done talking, I give you credit. You should be able to nail it if you think hard enough.
So some of the projects that weren't mentioned were there are no mention of characters from the Milestone universe, so no Static or Icon or
Rocket.
I haven't heard like Plastic Man, which would have been perfect for James Gunn.
Like, you know who should play Plastic Man? Glenn Howerton.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Spot on. That is some spot on casting right there.
He's gonna need something to do after Always Sunny's is done 17 seasons from now.
Oh, something just okay. I just realized something. Not to derail it, but like I just realized who could play Steph.
Who?
Kiernan Shipka.
I don't know who that is.
Ooh. Yeah.
And Chilling Adventures of Sabrina.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she could do it. She could do it.
I like that.
Or, bear with me here.
Okay.
Scarlett Johansson.
Of course. Always go with Scarlett.
I love Scarlett Johansson. I do.
We love her,
I do.
honestly.
But that video will never not be in my brain.
Yeah.
Yes, I want to play Harriet Tubman. Scar.
Oh no.
That video's
Oh,
the best.
no.
I love it.
Oh no. No.
Anyway, yeah, that is very much right up his alley.
Do we want to?
It's gonna be so weird seeing the guy who did what was the James Gunn bad Superman movie? Not as it was bad, but I mean like the bad
Brightburn.
Oh,
Brightburn.
Like is now the guy writing another Superman movie.
I know that is interesting.
He's
approaching
it the correct way.
If we, here's what I want. If we're gonna do projects like Elseworlds, here's what I want. Let the Batman run his course, let all this stuff go so that we have a clean slate, whatever. But then take the actors that play these people and then make them make a movie that is never going to be connected, never be anything, but it's just a random, if this happened, like Superman Red Sun.
Yep.
Just do a thing that'd be like, this is really cool, and we had it in the budget.
There are definitely some Elseworld stories, like Gotham by Gaslight.
Gotham by Gaslight is one. I was thinking of the one where like you see Batman throughout history.
Oh,
like
yeah, when
there's
he gets
one
shot
where Batman's
back
like
by Darkseid.
Yep.
Oh, you're talking like post Final Crisis kind of a thing where he Omega beamed him and then he sent him through time.
Yeah, that.
I love that story.
That was a Grant Morrison too. So,
or you could make a live action version of gosh dang, what was it called? Where Batman was Kirk Langstrom.
Justice League Gods and Monsters.
Yeah, that I was like, I can't remember if it was exactly called Gods and Monsters, but I'm like, I know it's close to that if it wasn't exactly that, but that was awesome.
that.
That was such a cool idea.
What do you think of for Paradise Lost for that show? What if they brought in Greg Rucka
as like a
co-writer or like an executive producer or consultant or something? Because I feel like his Wonder Woman run definitely had a lot of that sort of mythological flavor to it.
Yeah. And plus he's really good at writing female characters, like outside of Wonder Woman. Like that's something I could totally see him excelling in.
Speaking of Murder and Fugitive, remember that character named Sasha Bordeaux, who was like Bruce Wayne's bodyguard, who finds out later that he's Batman and then he trains her?
Mm-hmm.
Like, that could be an interesting thing.
Can you imagine if they pull a weird one and they bring Carrie into main continuity?
Oh, I would love it.
Because, like, that was the weird oddball that was the rumor that I wanted so bad. For the longest time, they were like, what if instead of the female Robin, the character Jenna Malone's playing is Carrie in freaking BVS? I was like, I wanted that so bad.
I wanted that too. Jenna Malone.
She was just in the extended cut for like 2 minutes.
Jenna Malone would have been a great Carrie Kelly too.
You know, it would be a great Carrie Kelly
He's
now.
great in anything. Who?
Sadie Sink from Stranger
Yes.
Things.
Yeah, she would.
Yup.
Yeah. She'd be really
If you
good.
don't lock her in as Jean Grey, I say make her Carrie.
Who would? Man, now you got me thinking that whole entire cast now. Finn Wolfhard's gonna eternally look like he's 13.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like, I just feel like I feel like there's a lot of possibility here. And like that was something that I liked also, even with the Zack Snyder, version of the DCU, the DCEU kind of a thing, where like there were so many avenues that they could have gone down.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like Marvel, you know what you're gonna get with Marvel now. And frankly, it's starting to kind of disappoint in some ways, in my opinion. Like, I'm not thrilled with a bunch of what Marvel did this past phase in Phase 4. So I think now is the perfect time for DC to actually to kind of strike back here and give us something different. I think they're taking the right approach. And you're always going to have that vocal contingent that's always going to be there for some reason, and just bashing everything that just because it's different. I don't understand that personally. Like,
Or they're just going to bash it because it is the way it is, and they aren't happy that the way it is. Like, somehow people are upset that Bill is gay in the Last of Us TV show.
Oh my God!
Really?
People will never be happy, ever.
I'm just so bummed that we never got the magazine scene with Ellie in the car.
How does he walk around with that thing? Wait, some of these pages are stuck together. I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, that was amazing. That was the best. I'm
Oh,
sad we're not going to get
what
that.
all the fuss is about.
I wish we had that moment. But anyway, okay.
Yeah.
That's another podcast for another day.
Oh yeah, we will be talking about The Last of Us soon.
Who could have played Steph? Ashley Johnson.
Yes.
Damn,
absolutely.
That would have been great.
She's been in one comic book movie. She's the waitress at the end of Avengers.
Oh, that's her.
That's her.
That was her.
She's in Avengers for 4 minutes.
Yeah.
If even.
That blows my mind. I'm sitting there watching that. I'm like, my God, she sounds familiar.
It's because she was in I feel like she was in something else that Joss Whedon had done around that time, which was like Dollhouse or something. She could have been in.
Maybe. Yeah, I was just about to say she was likely in Dollhouse or had a guest.
I think it was Dollhouse. Yeah, I think it was Dollhouse. Oh no, I've mentioned who shall not be named by
entire time
in DC podcast.
This is the entire time we were talking about. Yeah, we just need people that are really good at fighting female leads, and I was like, where can I insert the I know a guy?
Oh boy!
And I would have cast Sarah Michelle Gellar if she was still like 20.
She could still do something.
Oh, I know. Yeah, she could clearly do things, but it's just that, like, as Steph.
Mm-hmm.
That if this was,
Steph is Buffy, pretty much.
Yeah.
What if she played Dinah?
She could play Dinah. You could have her be Huntress.
Yeah.
She could rock black hair.
Yeah.
Or even blonde, whatever works.
I would have Amy Acker just play Huntress. Like right now, she could totally do it.
So as we're winding down, of the projects that are on the slate right now, what would you say is like your most anticipated? Brock, I'll start with you.
It's gonna sound like me being a shill because I've wanted it for so long. I'm so fucking excited. I'm getting a Robin in a Batman movie. And I'm the guy that my favorite Batman movie was Batman and as Batman Forever until it was Batman Begins. And then now I'm highly considering how much I really freaking like the Batman. If I actually get Batman putting up with Damian being Damian in the early stages, that might take the cake. Like, I don't expect us to see Bat-Cow, but I am going to be very okay with, like, we get to see Bruce witness Damian, like, behead a criminal that Bruce didn't want to deal with. And, like, you have that discussion of, no, that is not okay. Like, they could do some cool stuff with that. I have no damn clue who they're going to have play Raish, Talia, or Damian, but
little fucking ninja kid just running around, just fucking
I
beheading
want the
people.
scene of where you randomly fight him and Nightwing just beats the shit out of him, ties him up with a rope, and be like, "Is this yours?"
I want that so bad.
I want that scene so bad. That is my favorite thing ever in comic and or animated. That scene is the best. But yeah, it's that. It's 1,000% that.
Nice. Keanu, what about you?
Obviously, because I'm a huge Batman fan, I would say that as well. But instead of saying that, I'm gonna say, wait 1 second. Let me look at this thing here one more time. I'm very excited for the Authority because I think that's going to be amazing. I'm very excited for Paradise Lost and Booster Gold as well. But I think I'm going to go with Superman Legacy because I feel like there were things about Man of Steel that I really, really loved. Let me just preface it by saying that. But I think a bit of the point was missed. And I think that and that's going to piss off a lot of people, I know.
Wait, are you trying to
But
tell me that people will get mad at you if you say that Zack Snyder didn't do something correctly?
oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I know I've somehow got involved in that whole scene.
No, never.
But seriously though,
I love you.
I love Zack Snyder too. I think
Yeah,
he's a
yeah.
really great director. I just think that like Man of Steel, just like there, you know, I'm gonna quote Robert Meyer Burnett here, and I'm gonna say that there was no joy. And that's the thing. Like for me, Superman, like he needs that. He needs to be that sort of old-fashioned character. And I don't care if they say that's passé, and I don't care if you say that that doesn't belong in modern superhero cinema, whatever. Like it totally does. It totally does. Where is the fun?
No, I
Like
agree
that's
with you.
like
My favorite line of Justice League got cut in the Snyder cut. And it's the old school Superman line when his theme kick, when he goes away to help Barry with that, and you see him just carrying the building. And then when he comes back and they're still fighting oh no, I can't think of his name.
Steppenwolf.
When they're still fighting Steppenwolf, and he just comes up over the silo and he's like, "This guy's still bothering you," and he just beats him into the ground. I'm like, that's Superman. Jolly
that's
old,
Superman right there.
Problems. And everyone gives me crap for liking that line. I don't care. That's the version of Superman that I liked. I agree with you 100%.
I like that line that Aquaman has too with Batman, where he goes like, "Dress like a bat." I dig it. Like I like that line. Like seriously. Like there were some lines that were really stupid. Like the I don't not like you. That was dumb.
That was very bad. And also, I think my leg's broken. I'm like,
yeah, that was a little too much. Like, come on, man. Like that was too Avengers-y. But you know, yeah, I just think that Superman Legacy, I think that that's going to be a really, really good adaptation of the character. So I can't wait to see it, and I'm excited for it. I think we're going to get a Superman and a Batman that's well worth waiting for.
I agree.
What I want, and someone explained this to me the other day, and I want it so bad. Someone posted on their Twitter that this is the exact dynamic that they want between Batman and Superman, and it was a picture of Roy Kent and Ted Lasso.
I mean, doesn't get any better than that.
I'm like,
perfect.
You nailed it.
That's perfect.
So for my most anticipated,
Jason Sudeikis should play Ted Cord.
Yes.
Oh my god, yes.
Go ahead.
So aside from Brave and the Bold and Superman Legacy, because I think if those are handled, if those are done right, they could be like the definitive versions of these characters.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm the most excited for Creature Commandos, not just because it's animated, but because Gunn is treating the medium with respect.
Yep.
I mean, there can be some debates over the casting of live action actors as opposed to veteran professional voice actors, but we know there's a sweet spot in the middle somewhere.
Yeah.
But just the thought of Gunn going all in on this DC universe and really putting his and Safran's best foot forward overall just gets me really, really excited for the future.
Yes,
agreed. I know, I'm really excited about this. That was the best news that I got that day, was reading all about this new slate. I was like, oh my gosh, this actually sounds really good.
It sounds different.
It sounds different, which is what I love about it.
This sounds like, and this is going to sound cheesy, this sounds like comic book stuff.
It does.
Yeah.
You don't know until you see it what's going to go on. And you don't get regular movies about the crap that happens before Wonder Woman gets there.
Yeah.
What
made me happy? The first thing that made me happy was Viola Davis. When I saw Viola Davis was still going to be Waller, I was like, yes. They know
I'll end the podcast on this. I'm seeing reports of certain comic book runs selling out on Amazon Prime after this this slate was announced. So that's a good sign.
That's a good sign.
If nothing else, this DC slate is getting people back into reading comics, which is even something that I'm kind of considering, because there's a lot out there that I want to get on the ground floor of.
Oh, I so want to read The Authority now.
Same.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like that, and I want to dive deeper into Tom King's
Mr. Miracle. That's one.
I have that trade. I'm
Omega Men.
If I could see Big Barda on TV or on a movie.
Oh man. Oh yes. Please.
Those two's dynamic. I want it.
The Omega Men, by the way, if you haven't read that, Tom King did an Omega Men run that was really, really interesting and good.
Oh, definitely gotta check that one out.
And a bit trippy, if I remember. Yeah, and oh god, I lost my train of thought, but I was gonna say something. Go ahead. Just go ahead and move along.
So yeah, that is our breakdown of DC's Gods and Monsters.
I remember.
Oh, go ahead.
I remember now. Okay, so what I was gonna say is everybody kind of sleeps on the Wildstorm stuff, but that is you got some good stuff in there. Like seriously, like beyond Wildcats and beyond the Authority, like there's some good stuff. So everybody should definitely look into checking out like Wildstorm's offerings, because I think they've done some very interesting titles and interesting books.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that takes us to the end of this podcast. Before we get out of here, Brock, where can everyone find you online?
You can find me everywhere at Organoid Zero, mostly on Twitch and YouTube. I took a bit of a break on Twitch this week because I wanted to blaze through Horizon, so I had it ready for the DLC, because games coming up are going to have all that time toward the end completely freaking done. And if anyone is watching this that likes Resident Evil as much as I do, I'll be giving away a digital deluxe copy of Resident Evil 4 on my stream when I stream it at midnight when the game comes out.
Nice.
If you are interested, go to my Twitch. It is at Organoid Zero. You
Nice.
have to be there in order to win it. And you have to subscribe. That's all you need to do. $5 to possibly win something that's 80.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Good deal. Very
Yeah.
good deal.
And Kiona, where can everyone find you?
Hey, you can find me on Twitter at Neoplasmic24, and you can also find me on RenegadePopCulture.com.
Awesome. And you guys can find me on Twitter and Hive at Captain K42. You can check out my quick thoughts on letterboxd.com/CoachK42. And you can follow Renegade Pop Culture on Facebook and Twitter at Ren Pop Culture. You can also find us on YouTube, on Podchaser, on the Banana Meter. Listen to all of our podcasts on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, etc. And last but not least, and for some reason, Pandora.
Yes! You nailed it! It's my favorite.
And last but not least, everything can be found at renegadepopculture.com. Need an escape? So do we. That'll do it for this episode of Renegade Capes. We will catch you guys later. Peace out.